Good morning, friends. Okay, so I want to chat with you really fast. We're going to make it fast so my phone does before my phone dies. Mandy really wants to be in the video. Okay, so I know so many of you are like, I'm really struggling with my motivation. I just need to get it together. We have all these stories. We mean girl ourselves. We have shame and stuff that keeps us stuck. So, couple things. Number one, what are you getting from that story? Like, is it making you feel better about not showing up? We all are busy. We all have legitimate excuses and reasons why this is hard or inconvenient or you can't get it done or your kids interrupt you. I know, right? It's just part of life, figuring this out. But I want to challenge you today to think about it differently a little bit. And if you are a perfectionist, a recovering perfectionist like me, where it's like if you can't go all in or you can't get it all done, then don't bother showing up. I want you to flip the script around it. And instead, I want you to say that you are a perfectionist at touching it some way, somehow, every single day. So you're not having to be a perfectionist at getting it all done and following the calendar exactly as it unfolds, but instead you're a perfectionist at choosing yourself and at prioritizing your journey. And if that means you get 5 minutes in, you get freaking 5 minutes in. You guys, this journey that we're all on in different seasons, in different states, all over the world, it's such an independent, holistic thing, right? And it's so easy and slippery to fall into this trap of it must be nice. And look at how, well, she has time. Well, it must be nice and blah, blah, blah. That stuff doesn't serve you. You are responsible for making a promise to yourself. It's going to be different for all of us, whatever your promise needs to be, and then taking the daily action to make it a reality. A couple of quotes I've been chewing on all day. Carla shared some of them with me. I want to share with you. Write this down, put it on a Post-it, make it the screensaver of your freaking phone. Number one, consistency beats intensity. So I did Transform 20 today, and I think he was personally trying to attack me. We've been talking about this. It's really freaking hard, you guys. It's so hard. It's really challenging. And there's times where I don't go all in because I'm just trying not to die. But I don't mean girl myself, and I don't have shame around it. I did my best today. I listened to my body. I still showed up. I kept the promise to myself because I'm a perfectionist at keeping my promise to myself. And I did what I did. I did what I could, and I'm going to celebrate that, even if it did have to modify, even if whatever, okay? So that's my truth. It was hard AF. It was really hard. I hit pause at the end, and we were already on Zoom, and I unmuted myself, and I told Carla it was hard. And then we talked about all of you and why more of you aren't on Zoom. And I know it doesn't fit everyone's schedule. I totally get that. Some of you are working and you're busy. But I want you to know that that's a tool available to you. I want you to know that if you need accountability, I'm happy to hop on a Zoom with you, whatever the time of day is, for 5-10 minutes to cheer you on. I want you to know you have these tools in your tool chest. It's not like a secret club or we're all BFFs. We're all good friends because we've become friends, because we show up on that Zoom. And you're welcome to join us. You're welcome in the tribe. You're welcome to jump on Zoom. You're welcome to reach your hand up and say, I need help. You aren't too far behind. You don't need to get your shit together. You're exactly where you need to be today to take the action to show up for yourself, okay? But that Zoom, it's a game changer. I have been doing home workouts now for freaking 9 years. And it's still hard. I'm still not motivated on all the days. But you guys, the motivation comes after the action, not before. Okay, you're not going to suddenly be motivated someday to show up. And if you are motivated, it's probably coming because there's a big catalyst that is creating its own version of stress, whether it is an event or an illness or a diagnosis. Don't wait for the motivation. Be your own motivation. Be more focused on the daily action that creates the momentum that gets the wheel going, and then it's easier to keep showing up. It's just like when I'm using a meditation app, right? And it tracks the days I show up. It sounds stupid. It's like a grown-up version of a sticker chart, but getting that sticker, getting that circle, getting that ring, it's like I did it. I showed up for myself, even if it was 2 minutes, even if it was 5 minutes. And if you're struggling and you're like, there's no way I can do that, I can't go all in with that workout, or I'm recovering from something, then that's fine. You make it work for you because this is your journey. You're not on Sarah's journey. You're not on Brianna's journey. You're not on anyone else's journey but you. and you're not even on the same journey you were before kids or before your move or before your marriage or before any of that. Stop comparing yourself to who you were once upon a time. You are where you are right now. You've had specific experiences and specific things, good, bad, a mixture of all, that have made you your own particular version of you. And so I want you to stop coming up with reasons that you can't, or stop coming up with all these excuses that are keeping you stuck. Unless you're feeling really freaking bomb diggity in your skin, then it's time to take some action. And it's time to stop mean girling yourself and saying, I'm a terrible human and I can't get my shit together. Knock it off. Take the action. If you're unhappy with where you're at, then do the thing you keep saying you're gonna do. Make a fresh promise to yourself. If you have all this like conflicted feelings around your old promises, then brush them off and come up with new ones. I commit to being a perfectionist at showing up for myself every day. What does that mean? It means you go for a walk. It means you drink some water. It means you march in place or you dance in your living room. I've told you so many times, there's days I get into bed and there's something that I promised myself I was going to do and I didn't do it. And instead of just saying, oh, well, there's always tomorrow, I get up and I touch it. And if that means I turn on my meditation app or my vision app for like literally 10 seconds, I still do it. Because when you continue to take the action, you build your belief. You create your confidence. You develop your momentum and your motivation, you guys. So stop wishing for it and stop comparing it to other people and stop being bitter. If you are being bitter about it, you're your own freaking superhero. You're the author of your story. And if you don't like it, you get to change it. That's really freaking rad, right? So motivation comes after action, not before. Consistency beats intensity every single day. Even if you show up and you modify and you march in place, like literally that is you winning your race. You will be a stronger version of yourself a week from now, a month from now. But if you just keep saying, well, I'll touch it, I'll get to it, I'll start it, I'll go back to it when, things will always happen. It will never be a perfect time. It will never, ever be a perfect time. And flip the script around it. Instead of it being something you have to do, it's something you get to do. I look at my workouts and my personal development as something I can control. In a world completely out of my control, I can control this. I can control the effort I put into it. I can control the time that I have to devote to it. It might not be as much time and energy and all the things I wish I had, but I am still in charge of that. I still get to choose that. I still get to make that promise to myself and then take the daily action. So take the daily action. And if you don't have the self-belief, you're going to borrow mine. This changed my life. This changed my life. This changed my marriage. This changed how I mom. This changed how I friend. This changed everything for me. It's not just workouts. It's not just shakes. It's not just nutrition. It is mindset and it is heart set. Mindset, heart set. I know my body parts. That's what this is. Build your freaking belief. Grow your freaking confidence. Take the action. Do the thing you keep saying you want to do and that you need to do. You're already spending the mental energy thinking about it. So now go freaking do it. Be the winner in your life, right? Right. All right. It is just you versus you. And it's you in this moment versus you. Not you versus the old you or you in your 20s or when the scale looked differently. It's just you versus you, sister. And you are worthy of this effort. You are worthy of this time. You are worthy of showing up in the middle of everything, in the middle of grief, in the middle of loss, in the middle of change and all the things. Your life, your journey should never be put on hold because of all the other stuff. If anything, you should prioritize it that much more because life is precious and tomorrow is never guaranteed. We have today, so freaking show up for it. Be so grateful that you get to, even if it's hard as shit, even if you are on the struggle bus like me, even if you are just, I don't know if I can do it, just do the next right thing. Live in the moment, okay? You can do today. You can handle today. You can conquer today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the calendar. Don't worry about the what ifs and blah, blah, blah. That's a waste of mental energy. You have today. You have this moment. You can do it. Okay? Okay. I'm going to be in my inbox later. A couple of you have some FOMO about gut protocol. There's no need to, okay? I'm starting on April 4th, and if you need to start after Easter, that's cool too. We have several gals that will be doing that. This is your journey. This is your race. So you make it fit your life. That being said, I'm traveling in the middle of it. I'm going to start it before Easter. I'm just going to do it because there will always be something that will roadblock me. But ultimately, those roadblocks are just me making excuses. So I'm going to do the thing I know in my gut I need to do, which is why I've already started the nutrition part. Not 100%. I'm still figuring it out, but I've started because I was eating like an a-hole and making myself not feel good, and I needed something else to control. While Marshall is deployed and other things are unfolding, I needed to control this. And so that's what I'm doing. All right. No FOMO. This is your journey, okay? Consistency beats intensity, and motivation comes after action, not before. So do the thing. Log your journey today. Tell us how you win. There's no such thing as it's too small. It's exactly where you need to be.